Welcome to Mental Makeover Radio, your go-to destination for meaningful conversations about mental health. I'm your host and your trusted therapist bestie, Cecilia Manella. Join us as we explore the complexities and messiness of human experience by addressing your questions and concerns. I'm here to provide a straightforward and practical therapy advice. So grab your favorite beverage, whether it's tea, coffee, or whatever tickles your taste buds, and get ready to embark on a mental makeover. Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Mental Makeover Radio. I'm your host, Cecilia Manella. Thank you for being here on Journaling Prompt Thursday. I think maybe I need to come up with a little bit of a catchier name for that. Love that you're tuning into journaling. Love that you're even considering diving into a journaling practice. I fundamentally believe in how journaling can be transformative to your life, to your relationship to yourself, to the relationship you have with other people, and just being able to do some self-reflection. You are a magical human being and is complex and very nuanced. And, most people are quite surprised by what they find when they just open that door just a little bit to tune into what's going on for them, to journal a little bit, and to ask themselves a little bit of questions. The journaling prompts for this week that I want you to consider is, what is my not good enough story? Who gave that to me? And what experiences have I had that have reinforced that story? And how have I continued to reinforce that story? The reason I want you to dive into not good enough story is because we all have it. We all have a not good enough story, or multiple versions of that story, is this idea of not being good enough. And I believe that comes from our genuine desire in our heart of hearts to belong. And not good enough is about not belonging. And, if you ask anyone about their not good enough story, you're going to hear their version of it. And you might be shocked about what other people see in themselves that you don't see in them. Because we often don't see what other people see in us. But we hold our not good enough story really close to our chest, and we use it to filter lots of things in our life. And we like to gather all these little micro experiences or big experiences that continue to reinforce our not good enough story. We cannot change what we do not know about ourselves or understand about ourselves. So in writing your not good enough story, this is about getting to know yourself just a little bit. It's about diving into it. So it's knowing what it is without the shame, without guilt, without, shooting all over yourself about changing it. I just want you to gain some awareness about what is this not good enough story that you hold, and then who gave it to you? Because I can guarantee you that you are not the creator of that story. You've reinforced it, because we all do, but you're not the creator of that not good enough story. So I want you to find out, to discover about who gave you that story. And then maybe at the end of this journaling process, you can ask yourself whether you really want to keep it or not, whether it makes sense to keep this narrative, and if it's possible to create a new story about being good enough, if there's space for that. But first, you need to understand what is your not good enough story and who gave it to you before you can build a different version, a different story, a story of good enough that you create, that you're the author of, because that's the next story, is the story of good enough, where you get to take all your experiences that you want to put into the story and then be the creator, the author of that good enough story, because you deserve it. You deserve to have a good enough story. So I want you to write both, not good enough story and the good enough story. Not good enough, you are not the author. The good enough, you are the author. Dive into these different stories. I hope that this has helped you have some direction this week on your journaling, and I look forward to hearing about your journaling process. Thanks for tuning in today, and thanks for being part of the Mental Makeover community. Until next time, be bold, be brave, be well.